I think what we're seeing a lot of institutions trying to focus on are what are the fundamental areas where they've got to have continuity through this cycle, right? And one of them that we hear a lot about in the Brexit space, where people are trying to get a plan in place among the different scenarios they've looked at, is to say, what are the customer needs that I absolutely, regardless of how the uncertainties play out, that I absolutely have to be in a position to meet, that I can't from my current footprint in the UK and the EU? And then what type of investments do I make as a hedge to get myself in a position to make sure that regardless of the outcome of those uncertainties, I'm going to be able to continue to serve those customers. I'm not going to have a competitor come in and take them away because I wasn't ready, I wasn't able to meet their needs in that environment that's going to come, but we don't have full sight yet into what it's going to be.
Yeah, I think, Bill, when you talk about Brexit, with regard to Brexit, organizations are saying, yes, it's March of 2019 that we think the exit will occur, but they're looking at how do you go through a jurisdictional analysis today? So tell me what the impact is going to be if there was a hard Brexit. And then from a scenario analysis standpoint, how do I look at my products and where they're domiciled and how I distribute those products? From an employee standpoint, who are the employees that I have today and how can I manage through that? And from a regulatory footprint, what is my regulatory oversight? What's my regulatory capital requirement when I'm working out of one domicile as opposed to potentially having to work out of several domiciles? Taxes, tariffs, and impact on my treasury organization. Really looking at that scenario planning on all of those.
Right, absolutely. And then also, I think, as one looks at the different scenarios and what some of the solutions might be, to try to get a sense of what the regulatory environment is in your chosen solution area, and just what their tolerance is for acceptance of new risk, for acceptance of previously past operating models that have gotten through regulatory scrutiny in the current domicile, but now may have to go through it again. And are these jurisdictions going to be putting institutions through the business as usual sort of set of requirements they have required to date, or is there going to be an expedited or other type of model that'll be used in those environments? And so it's engaging not only in your own internal assessment of the jurisdictions, but also spending time as best you can with the jurisdictional leaders to try and get a sense of where those rules might actually get implemented in a more stringent or in a less stringent fashion.